So, pop the balloon challenge.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Jeremiah.
I knew I recognized you, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, I think I've seen you before. I just figured out I must have seen you on YouTube.
Yeah.
But when you sent me the episode, I was like, okay, yeah, I remember that episode because one of the chicks was a baddie. I was like, okay, yeah, she was a baddie, man. So how'd you even get on that show? Like,
So I was actually, I was curious about how people got on the show as well, but you have to apply in the description box. There's a link where you apply, you send your pictures, and you send like your Instagram handle and everything, and then they call you. And they ended up calling when I was traveling in Mexico, and he was like, hey, do you want to be on the show? And I was like, absolutely. He was like, you have to be in Arizona, you have to show up, and all I did was show up, and what you guys saw on the show, is exactly how it happened. It was like no retakes, nothing. It was just like a one-time go. Like if you messed up on your intro, you were cooked. So you had to be very professional. And I could have went viral if I wanted to, but I wanted to kind of be my authentic self.
yeah,
I didn't want to be like extra.
you played it smooth, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to play it smooth. No, I didn't want to.
You weren't looking for a viral moment, I can tell.
Nah, man.
So you weren't doing the Aaron the Plumber thing.
Nah, I didn't want to do all of that. But
Okay, so let me ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Was it one of the girls that you kind of wanted to roast, but you just was like, did you see any room like you would have roasted her off camera or some shit?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. I'm not really the one to kind of make fun of people. Only if they strike first, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one chick that said she popped on me because of my height. But I ended up being taller than her, so I was like, "What's the logic there?" Like,
Yeah, bro, you're not short. I don't get it.
I'm like, I'm taller than average male, and the average male is 5'8",
Yeah.
right? So I'm like 5'11", 6 foot.
Deja, why'd you pop?
The reason I popped, it was just initial attraction. It wasn't there for me, and I do typically like taller men.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm taller than you. She was like 4'8".
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm taller than you, how are you popping on me because because of my height? That's crazy.
Right.
So I could have went off on her, but I didn't. But there was one chick at the end, the Asian looking chick. I found out she actually has an OnlyFans.
I work more in entertainment music industry.
Okay.
And so he was just kind of trying to change me.
She popped because of me being a real estate agent. She had dated one in the past. And
What's wrong with being a real estate agent? Like, what the?
I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy
man.
out here.
How did it go? Because I see you got chose up and everything. How did it go after that? Like after the show, did y'all link up and?
Yeah. So good question. So a lot of people don't understand that after the show is over, you are supposed to go on your first date with the person that you matched with.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up doing that, and we actually double dated with another couple that matched on the show as well. And we ended up going to like a Mediterranean restaurant in downtown Phoenix, and we all chopped it up. We had a really good time, and we had I think it was a great first date. And after that, I dropped her off at our hotel, my match, and then I went back to my hotel. And after that, we contacted each other like here and there. And with me like traveling to Mexico pretty frequently, she will always like reach out, and I would try to reach out, and we would have this conversation like, hey, when are we gonna meet? And I'm trying to come out to Florida because she's from Florida. She's from Orlando. And I was trying to come out to see her and visit her, and she told me no, right? She told me no, don't come out and see me.
Oh, she had a man, probably.
I don't know what was going on, man, because you never know, man. You never know with people that have like that long distance type of relationship. They may have somebody already at the crib. So I was like, cool, did you want to come out to Vegas? And she said no. I was like, yo, I'll pay for your flight. I have a house. I have a room here if you want to be in a separate space or whatnot. And she still said no. So I just dropped it. I didn't really ghost her, but I just never contacted her after that point in time after we had that conversation. And I wish her the best. I think she's about to get married. So shout out to her. And I always wish the best for everybody, man. Even if it didn't work out with me, this person is somebody, it's meant for somebody else. So I always wish them the best at the end of the day.
I gotta ask this, man. Like, so you've been to quite a bit of countries, like 20-something countries, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you go back to dating in America once you've experienced dating overseas? I gotta ask that, bro.
It's difficult. It's really difficult because you try to look for the characteristics that you find abroad in women that live in America. And unfortunately for us, men that are, we make a decent amount of money, we don't have any kids, and we try to look for those same characteristics in women in the US, and we are unable to find it. However, when we do actually find that unicorn, we try to like covet it, right? Because we think that women in the West are all 100% cooked, but that is far from the truth. So there are a few unicorns out there, and you have to really work hard in order to find them. Otherwise, you got to go to the East. You got to go to Asia. You got to go to Latin America. That's where you will find women that we would desire in abundance, rather than being in the States where it's absolutely cooked. And there's no debate on it, right? There's been conclusive proof that dating in America or in the West, period, is completely cooked. Feminism has taken over, and women no longer respect men. Simple as that.
It's funny, man, because I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but at one point, I think between 2017 and 2020, when I was kind of going back and forth, the DR and Brazil and everything, I still would date in the States, and that conversation would always come up because I'd be like, yeah, I'm about to, they'd be like, well, we can go out next week. I'm like, well, I'll be in Brazil next week. And they'd be like, well, who you going to Brazil with? I'm like, I'm going by myself. Why are you going to Brazil? But in most cases, it would actually I'll put it to you like this. You know how we date in America, right? Atlanta got a hookup culture. You take a girl out, she probably gonna call you back half the time, right? But once that conversation starts, see, most guys don't know this because most guys be trying to simp and play it all, soft and everything. But when you a little mysterious, she's like, now you're interesting because she can tell her girls, yeah, I went out on a date with this guy. I wasn't really feeling him like that. He's, I like street dudes, but he said he'd be going to Brazil and Colombia and DR for weeks at a time. So I got to see what he got going on.
Right.
Now they interested all of a sudden.
Exactly. Because they want to come on the trip with you.
Exactly. Yeah, which ain't happening.
It's not happening.
And I'm giving some game right here too. This is gonna sound crazy. And I went back to States for like a week, right? I usually go backstage for a week out the year sometimes. And since I haven't drove a car in so long, I just ID with my passport because I'm so used to having it on me, my shoulder bag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to get a cell phone or just doing anything I need to ID, you gotta catch up with your paperwork in America. I pull out that passport. Instant conversation started. They just like, why are you pulling out a passport?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's typically they're ready for your actual plastic ID from your state.
Always, and then they be like, you live in Thailand. Hey, what's your Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Then I pull out my little passport case. You know what I'm saying? You got a little case like this. You know what I'm saying? They be like, wait a minute, you ain't no normal type of cat.
And that's the thick passport, right? That's the extra pages.
Yeah, I need it.
That's when you know when you're a real traveler, when you don't have the skinny one, when you have the larger one, the Bible. That's what I call it, the Bible one. So
man.
I got mine right here too.
Yeah, keep it on
It's the thick boy.
Yeah, keep it on you, bro.
When you think about passport, what's your opinion? We have a problem with it on black women as a reason to go over to take advantage of women who are not financially stable. You go over here to find somebody who's going to treat you like a king.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.